it just feels real good when someone says, thank you, Squeeze. And someone speaks the truth. And someone is not afraid to speak the truth. It goes a very long way, So that's the reason why I will always tell people, don't make the mistake and go to another personal injury attorney. You're literally royally screwing yourself. I can say that. And we're not talking about any Johnson & Johnson cases right now. You all know me. Every one of you, you know me. I've been doing radio since September of 1996. Many have tried to defy me. Many have tried any and all things. And when the dust clears, Squeeze is still standing there. Am I bragging? No. I'm just telling the truth. You can look at it. Maybe I'm bragging a little. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, right now, it's time to get to my friend here, Adam Handler. He's been traveling. I've been traveling. We've all been traveling. And the only thing we don't like in some cases and some places, it's the weather. Adam Handler, wagwan, my dupes.
Hello, sir. Thank you for that wonderful, heartfelt introduction. You know I do appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. One thing I got to say about you, Adam, you have always shown appreciation for everything that you have achieved in your life. And I'm happy for the kind things that you have said about my team and I, Niche Media Group, formerly Link Up Media. And it's really appreciated. And I'm just saying that personally. I really do appreciate that. You've always been very straightforward. You're a straight shooter, no BS, no bull crap. You just tell me like it is. If there's something you don't like, you say it. If there's something that you can't do, you just say, I can't do it, David. That's it. So
well, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. And, people that count on me know that I'm just going to give it to them straight. There's a lot of lawyers. I get calls all the time. Oh, I have this case. This lawyer said I have a case and I never hear from them. And I'm like, well, tell me about the case. And they do. And I'm like, well, that's not a case. And that's why you're not hearing from them. I would never take a case unless I had a very reasonable expectation that we would have a successful outcome for you. Because like I said, I don't want anybody wasting my time. I don't want to waste your time. And I work on a contingency fee, meaning I get paid if and only if I am successful for you at the end of the case. So if there's no money for you at the end of the case, what are we doing? Right? But if we can get the money, we're going to get the money.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking with Adam Handler. Like I said before, he's the top personal injury attorney on the station, off the station, in the nation, and obviously in all digital platforms. I would like for you to get some digital information from me right now. Even the phone number is digital, all right, which happens to be 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. But my preferred way of you reaching Adam Handler happens to be digital. When I spoke about digital back in the days, no one wanted to take part of it and suggested that it was just a phase. It's not a phase, and it's going to get even more deep. So that's the reason why I say it doesn't matter if you're using AI or using the generic Google, which is going away soon. Just put in the case handler in any platform that you're on. All you've got to type in, because you can spell the case handler. That's all. All right. His name is trademarked. It's all over the place. And you will find the best possible attorney when it comes to accident cases, especially if you have those accidents in New Jersey and New York. Please do not go to anyone. Like I said before, you're screwing yourselves, especially accident cases, bus cases, car cases, slip and fall, trip and fall, whatever you want to call it. And I want to ask Adam, with all the weather going on right now, I think there's some questions that people are having if they slip and fall and all of that.
Yeah.
So
it never fails, especially here in New York. Whenever there's a snowstorm, we start getting the calls about the slip and falls. And here's how it generally plays out. The owner of a property, and I don't care if you're a landlord or the city of New York, has a responsibility to maintain their premises in a reasonably safe condition, right? If it snows, they have to remove the snow. Now, they don't have to remove the snow while it's snowing. But there is a reasonable standard, and that's subject to interpretation, why you need a really good lawyer, as to when it is reasonable for them to have cleaned up the ice and snow. So, for example, if it snows on Sunday. Well, it snowed here on Sunday, right?
Yes.
So if you fall on the street today, or you fall on your property, on your landlord's property today, one can make the argument that there was sufficient time for them to be able to alleviate that hazard and make sure that you were safe. Now, the argument could be made counter to that. Well, there's so much damn snow, like, we can't. It's impossible to remove every single flake of it, which is true. And it really will come down to, was it reasonable? Was it reasonable for them to shovel and not salt? Was it reasonable for them to salt and not shovel? But it's a lot of work for the lawyer. And if, God forbid, you are ever in that situation, and I have a case on tomorrow, actually, lady fell 1 year ago. She slipped and fell on black ice that was forming from a pile of snow that her landlord piled up a few days before, and it was melting and then refreezing and melting and refreezing. And they should have definitely cleared out that mound to prevent that from happening. And we have it all caught on the Ring doorbell camera. She goes down hard, man. I'll have to show you this video. You would cringe. She just like a sack of potatoes, like a bag of bricks, breaks her arm up, busts her face up, bleeding everywhere. And we got a great case against the landlord because we were able to prove that condition was there for a sufficient amount of time that they should have alleviated it. So it all starts with having my number, saving my number, knowing where to find me, whether it's on social media or the internet, and we could talk about it. And that's my pledge to you. You will get the honest answer, and the phone call is free. The consultation is free. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, I'm speaking with Adam Handler right here on the ride home. Each and every single weekday, we jump it off at around 3 p.m. We're cross-platforming with multiple entities. However, always go to thecasehandler.com to find out more information as to what it is that we are talking about. And I really want each and every one out there to lock in his number one more time. If you have a trip and fall, slip and fall accident case, doesn't matter what kind, at least call and find out if you truly have a case. Call the case handler at 844-774-3529. Let me be slower. 844-774-3529. What I would like Adam to do right now is to at least present one of his pages, maybe the Google page, so that we can actually see the 5 stars and read off some of the great reviews that he has received over the past 20 years. We also would love to hear some testimonies also, so these are just us proving that don't take my word or Adam's word for it. Take his work for it. The case handler is no joke. Who would you like to have in court fighting for you? Who would you like to have, period, fighting for you with these geezers they call the insurance companies? I did call them that. I have no apology on that. You want a case handler. And that's the reason why I say lock the name in. The case handler. Lock the name it.
I actually just pulled up the page on StreamYard, if I can share that. There you go. So when you Google the case handler, it's all right there. Those 200 5-star Google reviews, my beautiful website with all my case results, my Facebook, my Instagram. It's all right there for you to check it out. And, if anything else, do your due diligence. I'm not saying, just blindly use the case handler. Why would you do that? You got to do your research. And if you do your research, you will see that I do things very, very differently than the other attorneys out there. And I'm very proud of the work I do. When you click on these Google reviews, you get Google kind of, is that working? What's going on here? It pulls up like certain keywords, and the keywords, I don't know why it's not opening. The keywords that come up are, teamwork, dedication, respect. Those are things, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that people are saying about lawyers. Can you imagine? Like I said, we do things, very, very differently here. And I invite you to definitely check me out on Google, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. You can see with your own very eyes the exceptional legal work I've done for this community.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Handler and I, if you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook or elsewhere, you will see that he's showing his website. He's also showing his Google page. And feel free to log on right now and just put in the case handler. The page will come up. Check out the reviews yourself. I'm now looking at settlements on his website, thecasehandler.com, looking at one at 3.825 million, one at 3.25 million, one at 3 million. Now, I know I love to run off the millions, but people, your case may only be worth 10 grand, 25.
Yeah. And we have plenty of those. I mean, listen, I put it all on my website because I want to see, you know, if you have a case similar, you know, you can dictate, but you see, you know, tons of cases settled for, you know, $100,000 or less. It doesn't make a difference. You know, we even settled the case right here, $79,277. Why $277? Why not? Why not? You know, squeeze it all out of them. You know, they offered, maybe they offered 75 grand and we squeezed every penny out of it. So those crooked numbers, we like to call them, the 82,240, the 79,277, the 70,263. That's when you know you got a really good lawyer, because they are squeezing every single penny out of that case.
And that's very important. Once again, folks, let me drop the number, which is the most important thing you can take away from this conversation other than integrity. And that number happens to be 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. My name is David Annakie, and I fully 100% endorse Adam Handler. It's extremely important that we understand that. You know, in the radio field and the commercial radio field, a lot of people, we do business for money. Make no mistake, we do. All right? Business is business. And I will tell you this. I've been paid hundreds of thousands of dollars by Adam, his counterparts in the past. I'm not going to lie. I would be a liar. And some of you already know that. But over the realm of my life in working with attorneys, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about the max or the minimum that Adam has paid my entity. It's about the mere fact that, with all honesty, he's truly the greatest attorney I've ever met in the capacity of personal injury. And even before, when we were at another entity firm, all right, in my opinion, he was the best attorney there in the personal injury capacity. I'm being very specific. I'm not going to be biased, Adam. I'm sorry. I got to tell you the truth. You are the best in the personal injury field, not in the immigration, not in the other areas. In my opinion, the ultimate in the personal injury.
Well, it's a good thing, because I don't practice in any other areas other than personal injury.
There you go. But you know, a lot of attorneys profess to be many things. You know, a jack of all trades and
a master of none.
Exactly. So I am very happy that you have stayed the course. You stayed in your lane. You stayed on the path. And you are delivering not only for the Caribbean people, but for all people. Look at this picture back from SOBs with Kimani Marley, young Adam, young Squeeze. I remember the other guy's name. This is a great picture right there, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, reach out to him. But Adam, before we conclude right here, what is called the Case Handler Show on YouTube, Facebook, and this platform, do you mind actually giving us one of your true success stories? You have many. So if you don't mind that.
Yeah, I can definitely play a testimonial real quick. Let's see. Oh, there's so many. It's like hard to pick, because it's like you know, how do you pick your favorite? But let's see what Michaela had to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to happen. Nope. And it's not going to happen if I have my AirPod in. Oh, no. My goodness gracious.
It's only coming to you.
I'm listening, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's way too loud. Let's see what she had to say.
All right, let's get to this one right here.
God.
My name is Michaela. I'm a 22-year-old college student. Adam really helped me out a lot, especially because the incident that I was involved in was very unfortunate, especially because I'm with someone with so little time, and he helped me get the max out of whatever. Like, it's working wonders is what he did. It's impossible. To me, it was impossible, but he made it happen. So I'm very, very thankful, because he helped me out in a major way, more than he would even ever know. And I'm so thankful to Adam Handler, the case handler. So, yeah.
Wait. Let me tell you something.
Big man.
The top danda this year. You want to get your case done right, and you want your money in your pocket,
And
Here with my main man, Adam Handler. You hear what the name say? Handler. That means he handled his business. So come see Adam anytime. I recommend him. Top notch. Lick shot. Watch the ride.
Watch the ride.
This is the ride.
No idea what that means, but I like it.
Anyway, listen, man, Adam, I want to say thank you so much,
Thank
man,
you.
for being right here. You are definitely a blessing to our community, and I want for you to just keep it up, man. And
You have my word.
yeah, I know I do, man, and I want to thank you so much. And I think we've been doing a good job in getting on the radio as much as we can. You are right; it does make a difference. You are right; it's very refreshing. You are right; it's getting better with everything that we're doing. My name is David Squeeze Annakie of the Niche Media Group, providing, of course, BuyLife and USA Credit Repair. But right now, it's all about one thing: one chance, one choice, and that is the one case handler, Adam Handler. Keep it locked, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back on the flip side, we'll have more of Adam and myself speaking on personal injury. Note the number. It's 844-774-3529. Two more times. 844-774-3529. One more time, and then Adam will tell you how you can find him digitally. 844-774-3529. Digitally, Adam?
Just Google the case handler. It's all there. The Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's all there. Check me out, Adam Handler, the case handler.
Thank you so much, my brother. We'll catch up on the flip side right here on the Case Handler Show.
From New York to Jersey, he's the people's man. Yeah, helping good folks when life changed the plan. Yeah, fighting for justice, he's stand tall and grand. You get hurt, don't stress, call a handler man. They call him the $300 million man. Winning big cases all across the land. He's got heart, he's got fight, and he'll take your stand. You get one chance, one choice, better make the call, fam. One chance, one choice, one case handler. He's the man you call when the road get hard.